Right.
And I was kind of wondering, like, along the lines of, obviously, in terms of investment banking, there's different kinds of investment banks that people can work at, right? So I was kind of wondering, like, what do you see in terms of comparisons between like elite boutique or the like elite boutique firms and like the bulge bracket? And you always hear those terms. Like, what do you think that looks like, kind of in terms of differences and similarities in experience?
Yeah, no, fair question. Honestly, I'd say that the day to day in both of them is going to end up being very similar when you come in. You're low man on the totem pole. You're going to be putting together pitch materials. You're going to be working in Microsoft Excel, building financial models. You're going to be pulling public company comps and things like that. So that's going to be a lot of the same everywhere. I'd say that so I'm at a middle market firm, Stevens Inc. We're based in Little Rock, Arkansas. I've been in business for 90 years. And we have a big presence here in Dallas, is where I am. There's probably 90 to 100 investment bankers here. But when you're at a smaller firm, I'll just take big versus small. You're at a smaller firm, you end up working on a lot leaner deal teams, right? So if you're working on an M&A transaction, a merger and acquisition transaction, let's say you're representing a company, a restaurant, whatever, that wants to sell to a private equity firm or to a competitor or whatever. If you're at a middle market bank, you might be an analyst on a deal team with 4 or 5 people total on the entire deal team that are working on it. And you're at a bigger bank, it might be more like 7, 8 or more, depending on the size of the transaction. So when you're at a middle market one, it's just leaner teams. You end up getting to take on a lot more responsibility. And I'd say have the role is what you make of it. It's a less defined responsibilities and more opportunity to jump up and grab control of a bigger role than maybe your title on your business card says you have. Larger banks is just going to end up being more structured. There's going to be the clear ruts in the road of what you're supposed to do as an analyst or as an associate or a vice president. And so it just ends up being a little bit more structured.